up, gang? It's your boy Chris, face of Iron Gang, H2G Fit Coach, and you can follow me on Instagram at IRON_GANG. That's IRON_GANG. Now, this video is going to be a little bit different than how I've been doing other videos. Not that I'm struggling with content, because I'm definitely not, but I think there's a lot of interesting things to talk about. I think there's some things that a lot of people who might follow me, you guys particularly, and I put this out for a lot of people, but however, the only people I think that are watching these videos are people that I know. So I really do a lot of this content based around things I know that the people that I know who are watching me are not going out and educating themselves on their own. So, you know, they might learn a little bit by learning it from me. So without that being said, I'm doing a little bit different segment. I'm doing different segments. This one here is particularly based around fitness in Reddit, the Reddit community. Anybody knows about Reddit, then you know that Reddit is pretty much a blog site where you can find anything that you're interested in. And there's a lot of people who are, how would you say, what's the term that you, enthusiasts. Now, a lot of people who are enthusiasts on different subject matters who go on to Reddit, and they pretty much talk about any and everything as it relates to whatever they're interested in. Me, myself, I'm interested in fitness, lifting weights, powerlifting, all that good jazz. So what I decided to do with the format switch up is to talk about posts on Reddit that interest me and that I think will interest you. Share that and then pretty much give my opinion on it. So without with all due, well, struggling trying to find words today. Anyway, let's get into it. So right now, there's a guy in the powerlifting forum on Reddit who posted a question, or not so much a question, a comment, and then a question. He wanted to know what people's thoughts were. And his comment was, I see most guys seem to advocate dedicated blocks, but I find I prefer concurrent training. So long as my hypertrophy sets aren't taken to failure, I can always just track on hypertrophy, work as extra frequency / volume without feeling like it holds back my strength-based work. So what is he talking about here? Basically, he's talking about two different training methods. And I think that pretty much he wants to know what's better for hypertrophy. So for you guys who don't know what hypertrophy is, that's pretty much muscle growth. There's different types of training styles for different types of goals. A lot of people get this misconception that lifting weights will get you big and you'll look like the big bodybuilders that you see in the Olympia and all that. That can be further from the truth. However, I won't say however. Anyway, the type of training for hypertrophy, muscle growth, you have to lift heavy. You have to do a progressive overload of lifting, which means you pretty much have to go up almost each set or every couple of sets in weight, and you have to get a good volume in with that weight training. A lot of people will tell you 60% of your max training, high volume, and then on your last 3 to 4 sets, increase the weight and try to increase the volume up to at least about 5 to 6, maybe 8 reps. And that's pretty much putting your muscles in a environment of growth. You know, you're tearing down the muscle tissue, the muscle fiber, and forcing it to repair itself bigger and stronger. You pretty much putting more stress on the muscle. So he wants to know what's better, block training or volume training, the frequency per volume, or just straight up heavier weight. At least that's what I'm interpreting him as saying. He also goes on to say, I also don't do a lot of top end hypertrophy work like I do strength. For example, I'll program 3 rep maxes all the way up to 6 rep maxes, but do not do 8 rep maxes or 10 rep maxes. And again, he ends this comment with questioning people for their thoughts. Now, I'm a heavy volume trainer. I don't do a lot of powerlifting or heavy lifting. And the reason for that is I don't want to injure myself in the gym. I do heavy lifting. I do powerlifting style training. I don't do it often. I do it when I feel like, it's time for me to start putting on more muscle. And I do it at volume. And I'll go past my 60% of my 1 rep max, and I'll do that at volume just to stimulate growth. Power lifters usually train for power. Their training style is more so they do their rep maxes, and they'll do them for a set at least 3 to 5 reps, and they'll take long pauses in between, like a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes before they get back down, and they do their next set, and they do that for about 5 sets, maybe 6 to 8, and that's pretty much to build more strength and power. You can still grow muscle this way. However, you don't grow the muscle as efficiently that way. The fear of actual volume training, however, is you're doing so many reps, so many sets, and you're doing it at an infrequent rest period, like anywhere between 30 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds, maybe 40, 45 seconds in between sets, that you're doing more than just forcing hypertrophy growth. You're pretty much also burning fat. And a lot of people are from the school of thought that you send your muscles into atrophy, which is you're actually losing muscle instead of gaining muscle by training that way. So you'll see a lot of guys who are bodybuilders or physique competitors. They train volume, but they'll also switch over and do a powerlifting type program. And pretty much like I said, I do. I'm heavy volume all the way through, but I also do powerlifting like training, just for that growth stimulation. So he pretty much says, again, I'll go over it again. For example, I'll program in 3 rep maxes all the way up to 6 rep maxes, but do not do 8 rep maxes or 10 rep maxes. Thoughts? Me personally, I'm no expert. I don't compete. I don't compete powerlifting. I don't compete bodybuilding. However, based on my experience, based on what I see from a lot of guys, I think you can't go wrong if you mix up both styles of training. And if you're doing 3 rep maxes, up to 6 rep maxes in your sets, depending on how many sets you're doing, I don't think you're going wrong there neither, because you're still getting in some level of volume training, especially if you're, taking anywhere between 30 to 40 seconds in between reps. You're pretty much tearing the muscle tissue in your body, forcing it to repair itself. I think maybe if you get on the treadmill after your training, or some form of cardio after your training, get in good 15 to 20 minutes of good cardio, you can still manage to burn fat, all while not sacrificing muscle, because you did your muscle training. And there's some other things to factor into this, like nutrition. Of course, you need to have enough energy to go in there and do that powerlifting style training. That's why you see a lot of these powerlifters, they look fat, they got big bellies, they got a lot of muscle, don't get me wrong, they got big bellies, because they're lifting so much weight, and lifting that much weight requires a lot of energy. So you'll see these guys eat on average anywhere between 6,000 to 9,000 calories of food per day, just to maintain that type of energy. Because when you're going in, you picking up 500 to 700 pounds on a deadlift, that takes a lot out of you, believe it or not. And depending on how you're training and how much weight you're training, you definitely want to make sure that, and again, if hypertrophy is your goal, you're not looking to get the big belly, you're not doing it for strength, you're doing it for muscle growth. So again, that's why I say, make sure that you got enough energy when you're in the gym. You're taking short reps, different from the powerlifting style, short rest periods in between sets, different from the powerlifting style training, and get you some cardio in to make sure that whatever you took in to sustain your energy level, doing your rep maxes for volume, that you're burning that off. So as your muscle grows, the fat's rolling off, and you know, you're not looking like the power lifter, because the whole intent is to look like the physique looking guy. So that's me answering this guy's question. I'm going to post this video on Reddit. This video is going out to you guys on my YouTube channel. I will be promoting it on Instagram, promoting it on Facebook, and anybody who cares about this video and the subject matter and the things that I'm talking about, if you have any more questions, if you want to have a conversation about it, please leave a comment in the comments section below. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you like this video and you like my other videos, subscribe to the Iron Gang channel, and please share these videos with your friends, anybody who's enthusiast, anybody who's interested in fitness and weightlifting, anybody you think might need it, might need the motivation, all that good jazz. And you know, that's all I got to say. So you guys have not checked out Reddit, check it out. A lot of good information on there. This is going to be a part of a new series that I'm doing for YouTube, finding different posts that interest me, that I think have a lot of good value in it, and I think will be beneficial to other people. And I'll be sharing it with you guys, and pretty much giving my commentation and my opinion on some of this stuff. You guys have a blessed day, and remember, Iron Gang for life. Iron Gang out.